Movement When You Play Football by Luciana Perdomo, Mariana Sarante, and Laura Villarraga. Things you will see in the video. Definition of movement, how movement is produced, and parts of the body related to movement. Kicking the ball is one of the main actions you take during the game, while you are running and you change your body from side to side, which leads to the use of a variety of muscles and joints throughout the body. Football involves quickness, agility, and hand-eye coordination. Each time a joint is activated, at least one muscle also moves. Okay, let's continue with the parts of the body you use while you are playing football.
Hip flexors. The hip flexors have a considerable amount of energy to its small size. They are located in the lower abdominal area and are connected to the large femur bone in the thigh. The main function of these muscles is precisely flex the hip. In football, this movement happens when you approach your stomach tight as you kick the ball, which activates the hip joint. Gluteal muscles. When you put your hip extension, you move these back muscles. While practicing football, this movement occurs when the leg moves back during a long game, similar to hip flexion way. This also implies it hinge. Hamstrings. The hamstrings are located on the back of the thighs, and they work during hip extension and knee flexion, which involves the knee joint, and it's performed when the heel moves toward buttocks. This movement is just before you kick a soccer ball. The main parts of the hamstrings are the semitendinosus, semimembranous, and biceps femoris, which has a long and a short head. Quadriceps. The knee extension is another movement involving the knee joint. Perform this action when you move from a tilt leg to a straight position just before making contact with the football. This makes work the quadriceps muscle and the front of the thigh. The quadriceps is formed by the rectus femoris, vastus medialis, vastus intermedius, and vastus lateralis. Core musculature. The core muscles include the rectus abdominis, obliques, erector spine, and transverse abdominis. All these muscles are used to generate force to kick a ball. You also need to contract your abs to maintain proper alignment of the spine when the ball is kicked. The next is how do muscles work. A bone-bearing muscles usually work across a joint. It is attached to both the bones by strong cords called tendons. When the muscles contract, usually just one of the bone moves. For example, when the biceps in the arm contracts, the radius moves but the scapula does not.
Definition of movement. The movement is a physical phenomenon which is defined as any change of position that experiences the body in space with respect to a time and a reference point, varying the distance of said body with respect to that point or reference system, describing a path. The movement is produced by our bones and muscles. Thanks guys for watching this video. I hope you like it. Narration of the video is shot in the voice of Luciana Perdomo. She just edited some parts, but it's still being her voice.